gosh, it's huge. Our internet has not been working since the 17th of May, and it is now the 29th, so that is silly. But anyways, to get our internet restored, we were told now they're going to kinetic internet, and we have to put this huge pole up in our yard in order for us to get internet, or they said we just probably won't have internet ever again. So my dad is over here with a skid loader going to dig us a hole to put our pole in. Today we are doing a ton of yard work. My dad is over here helping us with a bunch of projects using the skid loader, and then I have Jay and myself, and I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of all the projects we are going to tackle and get done this weekend. We've made it to the first project that I'm going to complete. This big old bush, it's going, and inside the bush is a cellar, so we will knock that in and get that completely filled. The first thing that we're doing is we are removing this old little shed. Jay and I are going to go ahead and get the door taken off and get anything taken out of here that needs to be removed. Wait till you guys see this gem of a lawnmower we found in our shed. You guys are gonna love it. Look at this beauty! It has a clutch and a brake. My dad destroyed our barn, and I couldn't be happier. It's finally being removed.
Right, it's gone, gone, gone.
While they work on that shed, I'm going to show you the next project we're going to get done. We are going to go ahead and remove these two bushes and one tree from in front of my house. When we first moved into this house, we removed the bushes that were on this side of the house over here. And although it doesn't look that pretty right now, I do have plans for it. Dad is going to go ahead and take the skid loader and get these ripped out for me. And then on this side of the house, oh hi Ollie, here, hi mama, hello big girl. Then over here, this big old bush, we call it the caterpillar nest. I don't know why, but that's what we've always called it. We're gonna get this ripped out, and then on the center of that is an old cellar. So we'll knock that in as well. And over here we have another project. We have this old well that we are gonna knock down and bury in. We already did one that is right here. I think 2 years ago we knocked that one in, mainly because we don't use it and the wood is really rotten on top, and I'm always afraid when my nephews or niece or little kids are over here that they're gonna fall through it, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. While they take care of that stuff, let's do some weed eating. The weed eater that I'm using is a DeWalt, and it is the best weed eater you will ever find.
I have the best wife because last year her birthday present request was a weed eater. And it's not one of those where your wife asks for this so you use it. She actually uses it. She's the best.
Don't settle for anything like a Black & Decker or anything to that nature. Get yourself one of these bad boys because it gets the job done. Yes, you do have to wear some sweatpants because it comes right back at you, but it's worth it. Hello, little one. Looks like we have a little cleaning up to do, but we'll come back to this later. We're back to our internet pole and we're gonna cut this down because we don't need it to be this tall.
Always safety first. Summer, you may need to start this because it might take a jerk to get it started.
That's it, folks. The bushes are removed. All I wanted was them trimmed anyway. Oh, thank goodness my dad put it back down. I thought he was trying to put my tree back up. You know what they say, teamwork, it makes the dream work. Hopefully he remembers there's a cellar down there and doesn't fall in it. There's the secret cellar. Well, there it is, folks.
I wonder if you can climb right up. Snakes, but...
Well guys, there was a raccoon living down in our old cistern. Unfortunately, he had a case of lead poisoning. On a brighter note, while they finished doing that nest, weed, bush, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some weeds around the house with some Roundup. Look how long my well pump is.
What?
Dad! Look at this snake! Huge! Oh my gosh, it's huge! Jay! Come look at this snake! See it? Oh my gosh, it's huge! We're gonna catch the snake and see how big it is.
How deep is that?
Oh my gosh. I think there's a bigger one down there. That's what I thought. I thought he was way bigger. Oh wow. Jay! This is why I kill the snakes in the family. Oh my god! I thought he was way bigger than that. Mom is here and she's gonna help me plant my flowers.
You know, we threw a bunch of them boards and everything in there, and after he dumped that last load all at once, it just started gurgling, it was bubbling, it was like the water was rising, and then all at once, all the boards and stuff, it just like it did this flip over and all the boards came up. That off, and that's like 28 foot, you know, that pipe, so it could have been...
Kill it! Was not digging in that. We are done planting the flowers, so take a look. So I planted some marigolds, some coleus, some spiral thing. Over here, I planted zinnias. Zinnias are actually my favorite flower to plant, but they were out at every place I went to get them. So all I have left is a couple pots that I want to get some different flowers for, as well as my milk can, but I want to spray paint that first and then plant some flowers in it. Let's go take a look at what we did today. Okay, so back here at the barn that we knocked down, we have a little bit of debris that we need to pick up. And then they got my pole put up. The roof of this barn, I would like to repurpose for a project later down the road. A family friend is taking the old lawnmower. Now let's go look at the 2 sets of bushes and the old well. Doesn't that look so much better? And now look. I will be able to see straight down to the field.
I'm cultivating because it's like hard so that the plants can have room to grow.
Mom is just loosening the soil around my plants. 1, to aerate the ground, and 2, it will allow the roots of my plants to grow easier. It's important for your roots of your plants to get air to them so they can grow nice and strong.
That's good.
We got a lot accomplished in the yard today.
We did, Summer. We've been running around with a skid loader. We caved in a old storm cellar, I guess. We got that all caved in. I got to bring some dirt over one of these days, but we got it caved in. An old hand dug well that we got dug in. There was some kind of neat critters in there we seen. We got an old building tore down and knocked down that was pretty well rotten. We got a new telephone pole up that you needed.
And we got the bushes and the tree ripped out on the side of the house. And now we just have a few pickup things and we'll be done.
You made a pretty good team.
It was a busy day at the house, but I think it's important to have pride in your house and to enjoy the area you live in. So we're making the best of it.